Bienvenidos a la...
Bonjour, bienvenue.
Cześć i witando.
Hello, and welcome to
The Stuart Scoop.
I'm Ashley.
And I'm Shannon.
And we are reporting from the David J. Bloom broadcast suite.
The Stuart Scoop is the new middle school broadcast.
This first edition is brought to you by the 5th grade.
Let's take a close-up look at some of the interesting activities happening at Sacred Heart.
Have you ever heard of digital wellness? We had our reporters look into it and how to practice it.
Let's go to Lily, Ella, Noelle, Malika, and Kate to learn more about digital wellness and how we brought awareness to it at Sacred Heart.
Hi, my name is Lily H. This October at Sacred Heart Greenwich, we learned about digital wellness. What is digital wellness? Digital wellness is the ability to ensure that your use of digital technology has a positive impact on your own well-being. When using technology, ask yourself, does it promote digital wellness for myself or others? What you put online always stays there, so you should be careful what you say and post online. To bring awareness, we focus on a different theme each week. Week 1 was keep it positive. Week 2 was making super choices. Week 3 was teaming up against cyberbullying. And week 4 was who are you online. Let's take a look at what each week was at Sacred Heart.
Hi, I'm Ella. During our first week of digital wellness, we focused on being positive online and how to use technology in ways that promote wellness. To remind us of this goal, students were given stickers with positive messages on it to put on notebooks, water bottles, or laptops. One way you can remember to keep what you do and say online positive is to think, is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? Or is it kind? When you are using technology, ask yourself, does it promote digital wellness for myself and others? Next, on to week 2.
Hi, I'm Noelle, and here I'm going to tell you about our second week during Digital Wellness Month. The theme of this week was Super Digital Citizens Make Super Choices. How do you make super choices? You make super choices when you're online, using social media, or when you choose to be kind, choose to learn, choose to teach, choose to make a difference. To remind this goal, we have a Half Cities Day where students were allowed to wear shirts that represented a superhero. Remember to make super choices when you're posting online. Let's see what happened during week 3.
Hi, I'm Malika. During our third week of digital wellness, the focus was teaming up on cyberbullying. Students wore t-shirts representing their favorite teams. To remind us the theme during week 3. We can team up against cyberbullying by reporting it when we see it, standing up for others, not just ignoring it, blocking and reporting cyberbullies, and telling a trusted adult.
Hi, my name is Kate. Our final week of Digital Wellness Month was all about digital footprint. Who are you online? Everything you say or do online is permanent. You can't hide what you do, so create a digital footprint of what you are proud of. Ask yourself, do I want my mom or my dad to see this? Is this the image I want the world to see when they look at me? To remind us to focus on the theme, students wore animal print or camo shirts. To sum it up, ask yourself, who am I online? Am I kind? Am I thoughtful? Am I careful?
Welcome back. What did you think about Digital Wellness Month?
I thought it was fun and such important information.
Have you ever thought about the different things we learn in math and how it's different from year to year?
Yes! Let's go to Gianna and see what students have to say about what they are learning in math at Sacred Heart.
Hi, Gianna here. Today we decided to explore Goal 2, which is schools of the Sacred Heart commit themselves to educate to a deep respect for intellectual values. I will be interviewing students from different grades to see what they are currently learning in math to show us how it relates to Goal 2.
We're learning how to code in math right now.
How does that work? I never heard of it.
So basically, we're making programs that'll help us find side lengths of triangles and tell us if it's a right triangle, a acute triangle, or an obtuse triangle.
I love math in 6th grade because right now we're doing fractions into decimals, and we're playing this game that I really love called Luke It. It's really fun because everyone gets to play and we get to have teamwork together.
I am currently taking Advanced Pre-Calc Honors, and we are in Unit 2 right now doing polynomial functions, where we're going all over different parent functions and new theorems, which will help us in calculus. So it's very exciting.
My name is Bryn and I'm in 3rd grade, and I'm learning about rounding to tens and hundreds in math. And it's fun because I like working on stuff that I like done last year, so it will be easier for me and I get to work with my friends and have fun.
I'm learning geometry, and right now we're learning how to calculate angles of triangles, and it's really fascinating. And all of my classmates are really interested in the subject, just like me.
In math class, we're learning the order of operations, and since it's Halloween, we're doing Halloween themed puzzles. So you have to connect the pumpkin with the answer. And it's just really fun.
That was amazing. I can't wait to go to math class. Learning is so much fun. Did you know that here at Sacred Heart we have a garden and hunger club?
We do. I'd love to learn more about that.
Well, let's go to Mia, who's down at the garden now, to learn more about the Patricia McKean Garden.
I'll be sharing some fun facts about the garden today. I spoke with Miss Margaret and she gave me fun facts about the garden that you may have never known about. Did you know the garden was named Pat McKean many years ago? The garden was started by 2 nuns around 20 years ago. The garden used to have a chicken coop, a rabbit hutch, and even a cow and some sheep. The garden gets used by a lot of people, like the lower school, the middle school, and sometimes upper school. The garden has many sections, such as the garlic bed, the Ellis Garden bed, the monarch squash gourd bed, the 2 MS beds, the herd spiral, the tulip beds, and the compost beds. How does a flower whistle? By using its 2 lips.
That garden is beautiful.
I can't wait until we get to work in the garden.
We had Sophie interview Mrs. Manopra, who's the coordinator of the Middle School Hunger Club, to find out what the club offers and how it uses the garden to support our local community.
Let's go to Sophie now to see what Mrs. Manopra had to say.
I'm here to ask Mrs. Manopra a few questions about an organization called the Hunger Club. What's the main purpose of the Hunger Club?
The main purpose of the Hunger Club is to spread awareness amongst the Sacred Heart community of people that have food insecurity, but food insecurity in our local area, which is like the Port Chester, Greenwich area.
How did the Hunger Club begin?
Well, the Hunger Club has been in existence in the upper school for a few years, but this is only our 2nd year that we're doing it in the middle school. And it came out of the fact that my 6th graders last year accompanied me to a First Friday presentation from a man that runs an organization in Port Chester called Meals on Main Street. And that's where we have been donating our produce from the garden. So from that presentation, we started our own Hunger Club in the middle school.
What do you do at the Hunger Club?
So what we do is we meet as a club, and it is a club that belongs to the students and those students that are interested in spreading awareness. And we talk about ways that we can do that in our local community. So we brainstorm lots of ideas, and from those ideas, we pinpoint some activities that we can do throughout the school year to raise awareness. Our upper school contact basically works with us to donate the produce from the garden to this organization called Meals on Main Street. So she helped us make the contact, and then when we have stuff that is ready to be delivered, either the upper school girls will drive them over because now they are old enough to drive, or in certain situations, sometimes the organization will come to us and pick up what we have to donate to them.
How is the Hunger Club and the garden related?
Well, it's related because we grow the produce in the garden. The 5th graders in the spring of their 5th grade year plant the seeds or the seedlings, and then they are nurtured throughout the summer. And then when they come back as sixth graders, that food is harvested and we go ahead and we donate it. So the goal for our garden is to grow fresh produce as well as herbs to donate to Meals on Main Street, to help them in their mission of alleviating food insecurity.
I have one more question for you. How does someone interested in the Hunger Club sign up?
That is a great question. So in November, the first Friday, where we began last year, someone from our club who is very active is going to talk about the Hunger Club. And the whole middle school will be there. And we are hoping that once she talks about the Hunger Club and its mission, we get a lot of students 5th through 8th grade that are interested. And then as a result of that, we'll have our first meeting that is welcome to everyone. And then they can come, listen to what we have to say, and hopefully they will join. The students will join.
Thank you so much for answering my questions. I have learned so much about the Hunger Club, and good luck with this amazing organization.
Thank you, Sophie. Thank you again for having me on your show.
What a great service club. Yes, I can't wait to help. Now we have a special segment called Goals in Action. This segment explains how the goals have an impact on us in relation to the segments in this broadcast. Let's go to Catherine and Ava for the Goals in Action.
Hi, I'm Catherine.
And I'm Ava.
And we are here with Goals in Action. Here at Goals in Action, we are going to talk about how Sacred Heart is living out the goals and criteria in the segments we watched. So Ava, how does digital wellness relate to the goals? I think it relates to goals 3 and 5, because goal 5 is a personal growth in an atmosphere of wise freedom. And goal 3 is a social awareness that impels to action. Well, Ava, I have to agree, because when you practice wise freedom, you are less likely to post something that you don't want others to see. And with goal 3, you can make a difference by only posting things that are uplifting to others. And you can use social media to make a difference by supporting a cause you believe in and bringing awareness to others. True. I just love how the garden and the Hunger Club relates to goals 3 and 4. Yes, goal 4 is the building of community as a Christian value. And we already know that goal 3 is the social awareness which impels to action. Right, and it's great to see how we are supporting members of a larger community by donating produce from the garden and other necessities through the Hunger Club. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for joining us at Goals in Action.
Thank you, Catherine and Ava, for your input on the Goals in Action.
To close out our broadcast, Marin asked students why they love Sacred Heart.
Let's go to Marin to find out what people had to say.
Hi, my name's Marin. I love Sacred Heart, don't you? Today I asked other members of the Sacred Heart community what they love about Sacred Heart. Let's see what they had to say.
One of my favorite things about Sacred Heart is how supportive everyone is. I think that all of the friends that I've made here, whether it's with teachers or other colleagues, people are always supporting me and always willing to help me out if I need some help with something. And that's something that has really been important to me and made me feel really special here.
Something I love about Sacred Heart is everyone gets along really well in the community.
Came to Sacred Heart, everyone was very welcoming and opened their arms to me.
I love how the community is just accepting, especially when people are new, because they're so welcoming and it makes you feel like you've been here for forever.
What I love about Sacred Heart is just being with my friends and having fun.
Well, that's all for today.
We hope you enjoyed.
From our hearts to yours. See you next time.